It's a poison. That doesn't help the stress level. No, don't do it. Get a grip. This stupid video I just showed you. I almost stroked out and died over it. You're watching a different show. You donkey. You ain't a captain of nothing but a sinking ship. Don't do this to me, Harry. The Ohio State. It's Ohio State. What do you mean, see? 312-988-15.
Hello?
You tell Johnny all you've heard and seen. Sometimes it's good to just yell about football. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Welcome in. Welcome back, folks. Listen, the vibes are bad. And it's justified. I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to say or do. The vibes are bad for good reason. For good reason. And I don't know what to do with that. It's justified. It's totally justified, man. The vibes, and it is just really, really sad and frustrating that you're going into game 4 and there's no excitement, there's no juice, there's no energy. Somebody put, I think it was Phil, I'm going to be watching with my hand kind of covering my eyes. That really encapsulates how I think this fan base is feeling right now. Rather than you being like, let's go kick some butt. I'm ready to go. We're going to dominate. We're going to play tough defense. I can't wait for kickoff to see us go pound someone. That's not the vibe. It is game 4. And the vibe is you're going to watch, but you think you may not like what you're going to see, but you're going to watch. And your fall is built around these games, and you're going to watch even if you're miserable, but you kind of want to. You're looking away, waiting for something bad to happen. Like, how bad's it going to be? It's terrible. It's a terrible place to be, and it's a terrible vibe. Yeah, it's like a car crash. You can't look away. Relevant recently, it's like bad videos that hit Twitter. And you know it's bad, but man, you're going to watch it because that's human nature and psychology. You're going to watch it even though you know it's going to turn your stomach. You're going to watch it. The vibes are bad. The vibes are bad. It's just so frustrating that you're in game 4 of year 4 and people are in a bad spot. And I am not here to tell you to cheer up. I'm not here to tell you that's wrong and you need to just be all excited tomorrow, whatever. I'm not, because it's fair. It's fair. It's unbelievable that it feels like one hire has unraveled all this buildup, all the work to redo the roster and get the right blend of coaches and everything and build up credibility and have last year's playoff run. You finally gained some national credibility. It feels like maybe there's more going on. I don't know. One bad hire has tanked all of that. And you know what else this shows you? I see we already got callers. This is great. I want your prediction, your preview. I don't know what you're going to get. Dr. John, good to see you. Dr. John, there was a mysterious package delivered to my parents' house that I think is going to me, and I think it's from you. Type in the chat if it is. We'll talk about it. And I think you sent that. If it's you, I think it got sent to me for an intentional purpose, given what's on what you sent me. I think there's a specific angle of what you meant. I think that's what's going on. Let me know. The new Leprechaun logo is bad juju, says Jefferson. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to tell you that, not from you, Doc. I thought it might have been. It just showed up. Somebody sent a mystery package. What the hell's going on? Could this be a get right game, says Nick? I got a theory on that, Nick. I'll give you a little positivity, Nick. I'll bite on that. I'll bite on that. Andrew Gilmore. I don't see it that way. This roster was overrated. They need to spend some cash and bring in dudes from the put. Now, Andrew, here's my pushback. Here's my pushback. My pushback to that is, I admit you lost a lot of key cogs to the defense or whatever, and you should have spent more money or whatever in NIL or the bringing. Fine. Nothing justifies it looking like this. You can't, there's no way the Notre Dame talent is bad enough to make a pass defense go from first to damn near worst. No. Like, I refuse to accept that. You want to argue it is an elite championship winning tier defense? Sure. I'm with you on that. I'll go with you on that. But there is no way anybody's going to argue to me that this talent justifies going from like first to worst in that area. Come on, there's just no way. I refuse to believe it. If you said Notre Dame's pass defense is going to go from first to 50th because they lost talent or don't get enough pressure because you didn't do enough up front defensively, whatever, and you have younger guys playing, whatever, fine, first to 50th, I get. You can't go from first the last 2 years of pass defense to below 100th in every category that matters. And tell me we just don't have any players. I can't accept it. Is that a contributing factor? Yeah, but it doesn't justify being this bad. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. And I get that experience matters or whatever. Nothing justifies this fall. Nothing. It's not okay, man. It's not okay. So we're in a bad spot. The vibes are weird. On both sides, the vibes are very weird. Like, we have our problems existentially, defensively. Like, we have our problems, right? Arkansas has their problems too. Like, you have this, if you've been following their media, they have a firestorm of, are you going to fire the head coach? And then all these debates behind the scene about Bobby Petrino doing wheelies through campus, trying to steal the head coach's job and slide into that seat. I also heard that Petrino wasn't even like hired by Pittman for the OC job, but I heard it was like predetermined. You're getting this guy as the OC no matter what. Like, it's a done deal whether you like it or not. So you have all these bad dynamics on the Arkansas side of what's going to happen with the head coach and with Bobby Petrino and all this stuff. And they're arguing amongst each other, and there's rumors, and there's undercutting behind the scenes. They have big problems. You have different big problems. Now you got a noon start in the SEC, and I just have no idea what to expect. It is so hard to preview and predict a Notre Dame game when you just have absolutely no idea what you're going to get. If you're going to get even like competent play out of the defense, it makes it so hard to try and break this down and really look at what could happen in the game when you have absolutely no faith or trust in the defense to do anything right. And you're going against a really good high-powered offense. Arkansas is worse than Notre Dame on defense, I think, but they have a high-powered offense. Quarterback, 6'6", 230. He could run it. He could throw it. They have 6 receivers over 100 yards already. They got guys out there. Their offense is elite, and the defense is terrible. Where does that leave you? I have no idea. If Leonard Moore is out, that's like your best guy back there. And then if he's out, it's impossible to predict what you're going to get. It's impossible to, I feel like I've lost my identity. That's kind of what I feel like, you guys. I feel like I've lost the Notre Dame identity, which is that strong defense you knew you could rely on every day to give you a winning effort. And then you see what the offense could do. But you used to be able to just pencil in, I know Notre Dame's going to play good enough defense to win any game. Can the offense do enough or whatever? Without that comfort blanket, It's impossible to predict. And I do not enjoy this version of Notre Dame football. It is not enjoyable. It is not fun. It seems regressive, not aggressive. It's truly disturbing and upsetting. I don't know what you're going to get. Now, I do have a theory here. Callers, I'm going to come to you. Renee, I'll get you in and out. I have a theory here. You know how it seems like when Notre Dame's even tried to apply pressure to these quarterbacks early this year, not even get home, but try to apply pressure, all the quarterbacks' completion numbers we faced have gone down. Not even if you get home with pressure, but if you even present the look of trying to do it, all the numbers go down. And for whatever reason, it feels like Ash doesn't want to do that as much. And when you just try and rush forward, there's no stunts, there's no trickeration, there's no anything but just straightforward pressure, which isn't working and is easy to defend. There's not even confusion of stunting or pulling a guy around or doing anything the O-line has to think about. Here's my thought. Maybe since this is a truly explosive offense, and the quarterback can run it and throw, like whatever, maybe that will force Notre Dame to do more pressure. Maybe it will force Notre Dame to do that as the plan, because this offense it felt like against Purdue, they don't have the athletes. You could just sit back and chill and we'll win the game. Maybe the fact that this offense is explosive, averages 44 points a game, and can get after it, maybe that will force Notre Dame to have to try and bring pressure as the game plan. Like, that's the only hope I have, is that maybe they feel like they got to try and do it. It's really tough. And it's like, well, here's the other thing that bothers me. It's like, well, if you bring pressure, then you're exposed on the back end and that's a risk or whatever. Yeah, but when you're not bringing pressure, you're getting cooked anyways. Think about it. When you just sit up, when you just have like a 4-man thing and they're trying to push straight forward and you're just back, you're getting cooked anyways. Even when the problem is QB is a runner. You can guess. There's no good solution, bro. There is no good solution. When you don't pressure, you get cooked. If you pressure, you may get cooked. Do you get what I'm saying? The idea in theory, if you have a good defense, is when you don't bring the pressure, you have more resources in the intermediate and back end of the defense to protect things. It doesn't matter. You're getting cooked anyways. So my theory is, like, go for it. And maybe you knock the ball out or get a sack and then it's 2nd and 25. Like, I don't know. The guy may squirt out and run, but when you just sit back and don't challenge at all, you're getting cooked anyways. There are no good answers right now. There are no good answers right now. And if Moore's out, God bless you on the back end. Bro, this is tough. And you know what makes it really tough? I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Notre Dame's offense is getting to be really fun and exciting. It is a growing young offense under a quarterback that is developed quicker than what I thought, is playing good enough to have Notre Dame undefeated. If you even got average defense, you would be undefeated, but with problems, right? If you even had average defense, not last year, what average defense, and I think Notre Dame's 3-0 with problems to worry about, but 3-0 with everything to play for. With average defense, not even elite. You can't even get average. Bro, you can't even get average defense right now. That's out of the question. To even be middle of the road, you're not getting it. So the frustration is, you have an exciting, young, growing offense with a quarterback that has exceeded my expectations through this point of the year. And you can't even really focus on it or be excited about it because the defense is so bad, it's ruining all of your hope. And that is really, really frustrating because you get You finally have an offense that looks more like what we all wanted, maybe run the ball and be able to throw the ball. Like defenses now, I think Fields has put enough on tape. Defenses now need to think about him getting behind them and causing problems. This is what you wanted, is enough of a pass threat from Notre Dame. The defense has got a plan for that, and think about it. They can't just sell out against the run and take your chances on 3rd and 8 with the tight end over the middle, right? You're finally getting there, and you can't even really be excited about it. There's not a lot of articles and videos about it because all everybody's doing is worrying about the fire on defense, and that frustrates the hell out of me. Because there should be more focus on this developing offense, but you can't focus on that when the room next door to you is on fire. Like, it's so frustrating. And it's like, what do you got to get? What do you got to do in my lifespan to get a Notre Dame offense and defense at a good enough level to really compete on both sides? It's just, you never have it. It's one's up, one's down. There's limitations on one or the other. What do you got to do to just get it all to come together for Notre Dame? Because we just can't seem to do it. As always, thanks for being here. You can find the program on YouTube. Do it. Subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate it very much. Give the video a thumbs up. That helps Yanni out as well. Twitter, search bar, Always Irish, or at Always Irish. Emails, alwaysirish@gmail.com. Audio only, anywhere you want it. You can get it if you're sick of it. Nobody blames you for that. Call in lines 312-900-8815. You can dial it up, tell Uncle Yanni all the bad D you've heard and seen. It's so frustrating. Patreon.com/Always Irish. A promo code Irish, link in description. These guys are doing a great job explaining structurally on the All-22 film. Literally going over every play on this defense and how we got here and how we could get out of it. It's quite amazing the journey downwards this defense has taken. And so Nikki Dean says this game will tell us how much Freeman actually put his foot down about the defense. Yeah, it really will. I don't know what you're going to get, you guys. I don't know what you're going to get. So you tell me what you think Notre Dame's game plan should be. If Memphis is able to run the ball for 293 yards, I got to think that Notre Dame's run game's going to have a good day. Here's a plan. Tell me if you're open to this. What about an offensive plan where you try and run the ball? Again, Memphis, 293. If they could do it, I'd like to think we could do it. What about trying to run the ball, have some longer drives that eat up a half a quarter, 6 or 7 minutes or whatever, punching in the end zone? You're keeping their defense out there. You're scoring sevens. You're eating time off the clock. So when they get the ball, there's just less time to pile up 50 points on Notre Dame or whatever. So here's my thought. You get a power run game going. And then when that works enough, there are going to be opportunities behind the defense. You get what I'm saying? If you're able to run the ball like that downhill, they're going to have to bring more resources to try and stop it. That's where you get the play action, half rollout, Fields and Faison over the top, wide open, whatever. The Arkansas secondary takes awful angles. Their tackling has been atrocious. It has been bad, especially on the back tier of their defense. Angles and tackling have been awful. Just awful. So I'm all for a power running game, eat some clock, and then take your shots with Carr. That's kind of where I think this Notre Dame offense is going to be. And so I don't know. I'll pick the over. If it's still 64.5, I would pick the over on the point total. I expect 2 offenses to score and 2 defenses to let the offenses to score. Who could get a couple stops? Who can win the turnover battle? Those 1 or 2 extra possessions could make the difference here. Who is able to keep the other team to 3s and not 7s? Who is going to be able to generate pressure? Who is going to be able to limit chunk plays on defense while accumulating them on offense? Who is going to be able to limit penalties? You know, it's 3rd and 12 and you get a stop on defense, but there's a defensive holding. Now it's 1st down again. Notre Dame's been doing a good job offensively of not getting a lot of motion penalties and holdings. They've been doing a good job. on defense, getting off the field. No, you think you're off the field on third down and you give them a penalty and then they get another first down. Like all of this minutia, I think could literally change the outcome of the game where you have no trust or faith in either defense. I have zero trust and faith in Notre Dame's defense. I have zero trust and faith in Arkansas's defense. None. None. On both sides. Who makes mistakes? Can you get a little pressure on this big, huge quarterback and maybe he throws you the ball? And then here's the other problem. Can Notre Dame's defenders catch it when they throw it to them? Because if they could, you'd be undefeated right now. Like, I hate to say it, you guys. In the games Notre Dame's lost, they've had interceptions in their hands that they just don't catch. I don't know what else you could do, but have the quarterback throw the ball right to you. Catch it. So why would I have any faith you're going to intercept the guy? You haven't proven it this year. Notre Dame would be 3-0 if you just caught balls thrown right to you as a defense player. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Multiple chances to change the Miami and A&M game by just catching balls thrown right to you. Nope, can't do that. Son of a buck. I'm seriously losing my patience. I'm losing my patience. Make plays. Make plays. And here's the other problem with this game. I like the fact that it's 11 o'clock start for me. I'm not going to be up till 4 in the morning writing articles about how bad the defense is. That's a good blessing. However, all those exciting games you want to watch later in the day, you ain't going to be in the mood for it if Notre Dame gets roasted for about 52 points. So we're in a bad spot, and there ain't no sugarcoating it. Notre Dame has completely lost their identity. Indy's played 2 really bad defenses in a row. Arkansas sucks too. Are we sure the offense has arrived? I'm not totally sure, but it's the best hope we got right now because there's none on the other side of the ball. On that point, then we go to the calls. On that point, couple super chats calls. If you're on hold, you're going to be on the air. Renee's coming first. We'll get him in and out. Go back to work. Here's the other thing. I wrote about this early this morning. I've been writing articles early in the morning when I have a clear mind, right when I wake up. CJ Carr has played better than I thought he would at this point in his tenure, given the first couple games and how tough that is and those opponents or whatever. Okay. Carr's done a pretty good job. There's been some rookie mistakes, but nothing that's like catastrophic. He's totally lost it. Throwing 3 pick sixes, like nothing like that. Quarterback, first time starting quarterback development is not linear. There is no such thing as just week 1 through 12. If you have a chart, your new quarterback gets better 12 times all the way up the hill. You better pray and hope that CJ Carr doesn't just have one of those off rookie games, like where everything goes wrong for whatever reason and he's a little off or whatever, and there's a bunch of mistakes that he's doing. You can't afford that because the defense can't get off the field. You can't afford it. So you already have all the pressure. You already have all the pressure being a first-time starting quarterback in Notre Dame. Then you have the added layer of pressure of feeling like you got to score 7s every time the offense is out there, you're going to lose. You better pray any of these teams, man, that you're playing. If you have a rookie day by this quarterback, you're losing because you cannot trust the defense to do anything right. And it's like, all right, I'll find some positive in the defense. Let me try. The run defense has really not been that bad. The run defense has really not been that bad. Okay. Miami didn't run it on you a lot, but they ran it enough when they needed to ice that game. Right? Like they didn't like mow Notre Dame over on the run game, but when they needed runs to control that game and run it out, win it, they did it on you and they pushed you around. I'll tell you that the run defense has not been a big problem. Here's the issue. Why should any team why even waste running the ball, bro? Honestly, why even waste trying to run the ball on Notre Dame? Like, I'm not even going to waste it down. I'm just going to, if I'm this big quarterback, I'm going to have him back there looking to throw. Nobody's open run. Why am I going to even waste time trying to run it when I know I can just throw it on Notre Dame and there's no one going to be on the TV screen, bro? Seriously. So I just, you're in a bad spot, dude. You're in a really bad spot. So I want to know what you guys think. Let me do a couple of these super chats. Then I'll come back to the regular chats. I'll get the callers going here. My main man, $5 holler. Good day and happy Friday to the Always Irish family and trolls. Here come the Irish of Notre Dame. I like the positivity from the main man. Couple more super chats. Then I'll go back to the regulars. We'll get Renee in and out. $10 holler. V1 rotate. Tired of people saying it's the roster. It's not that talented. Our secondary is like 130th in the country. You're trying to tell me there's 129 better secondary rosters than ours. Get out of here. I am open. My position on this is crystal clear. Totally open to the idea that you lost more key talent than we wanted to think of and that it has caused a drop off in the defense, but not from first to worst. That indicates to me there's larger problems. And I don't even think it's debatable that there's more going on than a talent problem, because when you watch Notre Dame play, you can see the confusion on your TV screen. That's the part of this that I think you can't debate with me. If it was just the talent or whatever and everything else looked the same, but you're just getting beat, that's different. But again, I always mention the air traffic control. You got that guy. You got that guy. No, you got it's the Wizard of Oz. The Scarecrow. Which way? You could go both ways. This way. Which way you going? I can see the confusion with the defense visually. That tells me there's a structural problem. You should have wore a neck brace today. $2 holler from the dong. Happy birthday, by the way. Hope Notre Dame doesn't ruin it. Happy birthday. You can only wear the chain when you feel confidence in your team and you got that swag in your step. I ain't got that. You can't be embarrassing on defense and walk around with swag. I wore it at the tailgate just for identification and promotional purposes. But this team is playing nowhere good enough for me to feel confident wearing the chain. The stress of this defense has made me lose 15 pounds in 2.5 weeks. All that work I did to gain weight and muscle, I'm stressing it right out. I'm keeping the calories up and the protein. It doesn't matter. This defense is stressing the weight right out of me. It's bad for my health. And the neck brace. If Notre Dame was undefeated playing good, I would have got a neck brace and came in here, put some ketchup on it, and had fun with it. I am in no position to troll Arkansas. We have one of the worst defenses in America. I am in no position to troll anyone. Like, tough out here, man. $5 holler, Callan. I think if ND plays the clock and forces Arkansas to push the ball in bad spots, also on defense, leave a free safety back. Whatever. You got to try something. Texas Mac, $5 holler. ND is like my good F game. Get the driver. Figured out the irons go to hell. Two of my favorite things that piss me off the most. Yeah, I get what you're saying. You have some days where you could hit it good off the tee and then your irons are off, or you're chipping and putting. You don't have feel. And then another time your irons are on point, but you're so sideways off the tee, it doesn't matter by then. Like it's hard, man. It's hard. Dude, it's just tough out here, you guys. It is really, really tough. I feel bad for all of us, quite frankly. All right. If you're on hold, you're going to be on the air. Let's get Renee in and he can get back to work. What's up, brother?
Hey, John, are you there?
Yeah. Okay, good. You are not clear. Whoa. You're not clear. You're in a mine shaft.
Hold on. First of all, what about now? You got me now?
It's better now.
Okay, hold on. I'm just banging on this real quick. Let me turn this off. All right. There. We're good now, right?
Yeah, you're way better now. Thank you.
Okay. 3 points. 3 points I'm going to make to you real quick. Don't lose no more weight. You're as thick as one of my forearms as it is. So I don't want to see you looking like Marv getting fried on Home
Bro,
Alone.
I was
Don't lose no more weight.
trying. I gained all that weight, and then once the season started, I stress it right out, man. It's hard.
Yeah, no, I know. Okay, number one. Okay, like I've said before, if Tim Hyde's on, I wish he would be on with me because he would know these things coaching high school football and being familiar. We brought a defensive coordinator. We had one of the top defense. We had two of our kids that one signed with Navy, one signed with Weber State. Some going to Utah, some going to D2s. Okay, we bring in this championship coach, won 2 titles. This dude had about 800 kids to choose from in his high school. Yeah, he came from a beer high school, and he couldn't do nothing with our talent. We had really talented kids, and so he's like, hey, well, you guys are taking everybody. You guys got all the offensive players because our players only went one way. And we said, we gave you everybody. We've given you everybody. This dude was a mastermind at X's and O's on defense, one of the best defenses in the history of Utah championship teams to this day. But he didn't know how to develop his players. He didn't know shit, but he was a mastermind on defense. He really was. That's why we brought him over. But we told him, hey, we've given you all our weapons on offense to help you on the defense. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's one. So I'm kind of saying this because I listened to Andrew's argument on Wednesday, and I love Andrew, but I think his argument about Ash, any defense of Ash is a wash. It really is. Okay. 2, and look this up. You guys can all look this up. We had the number 2 quarterback. We had a bunch of all-staters, man. All-staters. These kids the senior year. We were picked to win the state title. We won 3.5 games. We won 3 games and then a half of a playoff game a playing game to get in the playoffs. You know why? Because they brought in a new coach, and he didn't do nothing. He let us coach because they replaced us. They replaced our head coach. But you know what he did? He brought in his son to run the offense. And how do you get the number 2 quarterback, all-staters, region champs, and you go 3.5 and 7? Because his son messed with our offense. Ash, that defense looks slower because of that dude. They look confused because of that dude. You know what I mean? You have the athletes. I'm sorry that argument about the athletes, because we've seen Bryce Young, do great last year. You know what I mean? We've seen Junior have a breakout season. We've seen Christian Gray. He did get burned, but against SC, he don't make that last pick. Hey, dude, SC turns the tables on us. We don't get to the playoff game. It's the truth, John. It's the truth. So this whole it's all that, dude. And this is gonna be a statement game. And I'm hoping that Marcus. Llévatela tú. Ahí voy. Sorry, Johnny. Sorry. Ahí voy. Sorry, Johnny. Sorry.
It's okay.
So this is a statement game, I think, for both teams, but obviously I'm rooting for the right one. You know what I mean? And Ash's, the argument that Ash's defense at Arkansas has been 89th, I think Tom said that. I think that's a great observation. But Arkansas has been dog shit forever. Half of those teams in the SEC are dog shit. They've been dog shit. They've had, like I've said over and over for the last 3 years, that conference is dog shit. They've had 2 teams for the last better of 20 years. And you can name every team every decade. I know I can. But
So do you think, Renee, do you think Notre Dame's going to figure out how to get enough stops tomorrow and find a way to save the season for another week? Or do you think that it's just a downhill train to Loserville? Like, what do you expect tomorrow?
No. You know what? I'm gonna be realist this time. I'm not gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna think they're gonna come out a little bit different. I think it's gonna be close. I think at the end of the day, like the song says, all Notre Dame will win overall. I think one of those talented players will make a play will make one more play than the opposing team, brother. I really do. I don't think it's gonna be like before. I'm hoping, my optimism is what you said to begin with. God, well, you just know we're gonna go in there and we're gonna roll them and we're gonna crush them. But new team, new year, new identity. And last year, that's the mentality we had against NIU, right? And maybe this team this year, they might have that, hey, we're gonna be in a scrappy match every time, man. Because look, John, you obviously know what I do. If you got a good operator, if you got a good mason, if you got a good dude, he can make up for where your other employees are not good at. So when you lose that much talent, yeah, that's true. You gotta use more players to make up. You gotta lose almost 3 players to make up Xavier Watts. I'll give Andrew that credit. And you gotta use the talent that you have to make up what Mills and Cross. Cross is a dominant player. where we lack thereof on their what they gave to the team. But to say you don't have the talent, no, you do. And the reason why they're not performing, why they're not going to get into the ball, why they're not hitting the holes, why they're not getting what they need, has to do from the defense up. And at the end of the day, Ash runs that defense, and he's going to have Marcus. Marcus runs the team, and he's going to have to make a decision. So, Johnny, my prediction is going to be close. It's going to be close, but I think at the end of the day, Notre Dame will win overall. Hey, buddy, I got to go, man. These guys, I got to push them. Johnny, I love you.
See ya.
Hey, love the chat. You guys stay positive this weekend. Onward, Notre Dame.
Onward, Notre Dame. Yeah, it is. And you know what's funny? It's like, what though the odds be great or small, old Notre Dame will win overall, except for Miami and Texas A&M, and probably this game too. Like, it just pisses you off, man. The song lied. Maybe that song applied when this guy was the coach. Then Notre Dame did win overall 4 years in a row where not only did they win every game, they were never even losing in one. And an interruption for a thing called a world war in the middle of it too, by the way. Still didn't slow the Frank train down. But it's just, you know, what though? It's so hurtful where we are right now. This fall is taking so much out of this fan base, you guys. It's so hurtful. Nikki Dean loves it. We're going right back to the phones. If you're on hold, you're going to be on the air. Shake down the ashes. Like Grandma at the cemetery where you're shaking the bag. $10 holler for Johnny to say happy birthday to my wife. She is absolutely wonderful. One of the nicest people in this Notre Dame community I've met. I always mention this. Her brain thinks of things differently. She has a creative mind. She thinks outside the box, a creative, intuitive mind. And I always enjoy talking to her. So God bless her. It was great seeing you guys last weekend. She's wonderful. Author, like I love her creativity in her brain. It's amazing. $2 holler. Notre Dame hockey tickets sold out in 5 minutes. You could go do that. There you go. Angela, it's good to have a Rudiger year. It really is. 386, you're in the mix. If you're on hold, you're going to be on the air. What's going on?
Hey, John, it's Tyler. How are you?
I'm okay, man. The vibes are not good, and for fair reason. And I am not going to be the one to sit here and tell people they are wrong or they should be more positive or whatever. Andrew Gilmore says Moore is out tomorrow. John Bryce said he has an extreme uphill battle to play. That is another knock against the Notre Dame defense. The vibes are bad, and I totally think it's justified. I'm not here to change anybody's mind. I'm with you.
Yeah, whatever side you're on, it's valid either way. You can be super optimistic and say we're going to turn this around. You can be super negative and say it's, you know, a dumpster fire. But the thing that I keep coming back to is Freeman is backed into a corner so much that, and you said it earlier in the week, he almost blew a gasket at the press conference. He's backed so far into that corner that I don't think whatever happens defensively this weekend, say we win in a shootout 45-40, the problem is still there. Changes still need to occur. So even if we do pull this out and the offense does make it happen, great. But until we start seeing defensive strides being made that we are getting better, Freeman still has this issue. I'm coming back to that no matter which way I look at this.
And you know where that comes into play in my mind, man, is, you know, I've heard and you see on Twitter a lot of people like 10-2 Notre Dame can still get in the playoff or like whatever, looking down the road. You have an immediate fire. This is a week-to-week survival exercise. Playoffs. You want to talk about playoffs? I literally just hope you can win a game. This is a week-to-week battle. You are not good enough to think big picture about anything but trying to survive one more week without another loss.
And isn't it the most Notre Dame-y thing ever? I keep telling you, you need to copyright Notre Dame-y because you made it up. That's yours.
Oh.
We're getting all this national respect. Oh, 10-2, they're going to run the table. Kirk Herbstreit's on game day saying they're going to be in. Saban, they're going to be in. We're getting all this national notoriety and all this trust. But us, the fans who watch every second of every game, are like, hell no. Like, absolutely not. We have way bigger issues. How do we go from what we did to what we are now? It just is so frustrating. And I think Freeman, he sees it. I know that it's not Freeman, but he made the choice. And if the defense doesn't get better, he's going to have to make another choice, one that he doesn't want to make. But he's just got to go, dude. He has to go.
Andrew Gilmore says, you guys have a short memory. It was Freeman who said he wanted to play more zone and get pressure with 4. Even if that's true, once you see that it's not working at all, then you need to quickly change course. You can't double down on something that is almost the worst in the country. That's my argument. Even if Freeman thought it was a good idea to make some of these changes, once you see that it's not a mediocre failure, but a complete one, then you need to change what you're doing, not double down on it.
Yeah, and Andrew is correct. But when Freeman realizes, okay, our four defensive linemen and the ends are not getting to it, make changes. It's already cost you 2 games that you could have won if you just told Ash, hey, we got to change things up here, bring more pressure. Like you said in the intro, even when we show and bring it, the numbers go down for the offensive statistics.
Yeah.
So I think Freeman has been a little bit stubborn in the first quarter of the season here, and it's showing. We have 2 losses by 4 points to really good opponents, but that is not something to hang your hat on. He wanted pressure with 4. We're not getting it. You have to make the changes or our Ash needs to go. That's it.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah. I think this is going to be a high scoring thing. Andrew's saying they did make some changes, blitzed a lot more in the second half against Purdue. Well, maybe we need to see that continue. We need to see it continue. Listen, I mean, I reserve hope that maybe like enough's enough and it really does look different or whatever. But until you see it, I'm not believing it. You're in a bad place until I see otherwise.
Yeah, and we're all hopeful. Of course, everyone is hopeful for it. But you are in a bad spot. 10-2 is not even something any of us realistic Notre Dame fans are even thinking about.
Nope.
Every week is an absolute.
Yes.
There's no trust.
Yes.
There's no trust on this team outside of the offense.
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So let me ask you this. How are you thinking about the game tomorrow? Like, it's a little upsetting that you're not playing great and excited for every kickoff, ready to go kick butt and whatever, and you're excited to lay it on somebody. I'm watching it like I kind of want to put a hand over my eye, and you're like expecting bad things to happen. It's just a very regressive, uncomfortable place to be. Is that where you're at? Like, you halfway want to watch it, but you halfway feel like you're going to be miserable if you watch it. That's how it feels.
Yeah. No, I'm in that same exact boat, and here's where I am. We're in year 4 as Freeman as a head coach. I'm watching him. He's backed into a corner. What is he doing to grow? What is he doing to make changes? Is he making those hard decisions that he knows he needs to make? And he said it. He had a defensive meeting where it was very uncomfortable, and it was on purpose to be uncomfortable, right? If that is true and he is doing those things, then I do think that we're going to see some growth and hopefully change. What I want to see is I just want to see growth defensively. Changes. What you're doing is not working. You have to see something different. And if we're going to just keep running the same thing out there, then I think we're in big trouble. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, it is. Man, it's really tough. And again, one of my frustrations with it is with so much attention on the poor defense, it's hard to recognize that Notre Dame's offense is growing and becoming more dynamic and is becoming more of what we wanted, a well-rounded offense. You're starting to see that development, and it's going underappreciated because you can't focus on that in one room of your house while the other room is burning down. And that is frustrating too. And it's just, it takes both sides of the ball to win a football game, man. This is just bad. I'm sad and I'm mad, dude. I'm sad and I'm mad.
Sad and mad and all those things, yes. You know, we craved for so long, get the offense rolling, get an air attack, be balanced. So here we go.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the defense is last in the country. It's like we can never have nice things. And it's
so
just
Notre Dame. It's the most Notre Dame-iest Notre Dame thing ever.
John, shame on us for not predicting this, because it is shame on us for not predicting this. It's Notre Dame. How else should this season after a title run go. It should go exactly like this because
Yeah.
this is who it is.
And you know what, though,
You
man?
know,
I'll
like-
tell you. I tweeted last night. I was just in my own brain, and I tweeted preseason, if I listed the items I thought were most likely to cause Notre Dame problems this year, and I listed them by likelihood, a complete and total defensive collapse still wouldn't even be on the list. I can think of a dozen other ways it could go wrong with injury and the young quarterback and whatever, all these things. Total defensive collapse would be very low on the list, but here we are.
Defense is in ashes. It's up in smoke.
Bro.
That's all we got left is ashes.
Smoke
That's
him
what
if
it
you
is.
got him. Smoke him if you got him. So it's tough times, but we're going to tune in tomorrow and you're going to cross your fingers and hope it looks different, but I have no faith in it until I see it happen. So whatever, man, you better score early and often tomorrow. You can't afford to not put up points. 7s, not 3s, by the way.
Yep, put up 7s. At the end of the day, we're still watching Notre Dame football tomorrow, prime time on ABC, 12 o'clock. A lot of people will be watching. We have a whole slate of games tomorrow, but just get off to a good start. Let's see some defensive changes. Let's see a little more pressure. I'm okay if we get beat, but show some aggressiveness.
Yeah.
Quit playing the soft shit.
You're getting
That's
beat.
what I can't take.
It doesn't. You're
Yep.
getting smoked even when you don't bring pressure. So you may as well try something because you're getting worked even when you don't. So you may as well try and disrupt things. Hey, man, I really appreciate you guys being involved as much as you are with the show, traveling to be able to get to the tailgates and all that. You have a wonderful Notre Dame family, and very glad that you're in the circle here.
I appreciate that, John. Very good call. Appreciate your time, of course, and we'll be tuning in for the rest of the show.
Hey.
And are you going live tomorrow after the game?
Oh, yeah.
Mid-afternoon?
Oh, yeah. I feel bad. I missed my spot, because I was in town. I didn't do one last week. So I'm excited to get after it. And it's either going to be we feel better about things, or think about this, man. Ohio State game, loss. Miami game, loss. Texas A&M game, loss. I missed last week. If this one's a loss too, I'm on a major post-game call-in losing streak, bro. And that is a position I don't want to be in.
Yeah, we need a call-in show after a win. No matter how it looks, we can be pissed off. But if we're pissed off, we better be pissed off at the defense after a win.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks,
I
John.
appreciate it, man. Hey, thanks for all the support. We got the whole family there supports. The dad, we got there's like 3 or 4 or 5 of them that support us. Prodigy. I think we're going to be fine. I need that positivity in my life. I am glad that you're here, Prodigy. Give me a little positivity. Bro, this is an uphill struggle. $2 holler from the main man, greatest Irish community in the land. I appreciate it very much. $10 holler, MJH Irish. Ashes to ashes will be bust or dust. You guys know how much I like rhyming. You know how much I like rhyming. $25 from the Flanner 88. The defense will rise from the ashes. Irish win by 12. Patreon film breakdowns were lights out this week. Thank you. We try and do a good job over there. Sometimes the boys got to pour themselves a drink before they get into that film to take the edge off defensively. But the offensive film has been really enjoyable to break down. The offensive film has been really, really fun. Always Irish, where rhymes are not crimes. Jay Lehman, the nicest guy on the internet. I love rhymes. Orange and Kleenex are the only ones I can't rhyme. And I know Eminem does the thing where if you change your enunciation on the ends of words, you can make it rhyme with orange while you eat your porridge. Orange, I know you can manipulate it, but orange and Kleenex, straight up, orange and Kleenex are hard to rhyme. Not with Eminem bending it with the linguistics. His legs are like linguini. James Modi, $2 hour. I survived the rain delay. Hot mess. Look at this, beef. Johnny, the defense clicked in the third quarter last week. We're going to build on last week and look 10 times better. Not perfect, but much better. God bless you, beef. Yeah, I would love nothing else than to come in here tomorrow afternoon and say, holy crap, the defense looked way better and the offense scored. Canes for life. Miami's going for the Natty this year. You have a good chance. You have a really good chance, Canes for life. Number one is, I don't, again, it's not an insult to you. You're doing your part. I do not think the ACC is good at all, and I think that helps you guys. And also, it all starts up front, and I love what Miami is doing up front on both sides of the ball. It hurts me inside. I think I'm bleeding inside my chest. It hurts me inside, but I sincerely do appreciate the work Miami's getting done up front on both sides of the ball. That's what Notre Dame wants to be and look like, and they just don't. They just do not. If you're on hold, you're going to be on the air. 484, what's going on? I got a 412, my main 559 on the line. I got Adam. You're all coming up. 618 484, what's up?
Is this Johnny Nuance?
It is Johnny Nuance.
What's going on, brother? I haven't talked to you in a while.
Yeah, I am. Looks like mid-July we spoke. Man, a lot has changed since then.
Yeah.
I like touching. I like touching base with people that I haven't heard from a while, because that tells me on the call log that you have like a wider window of data to think about before we talk about it, rather than like if you're an everyday caller, I know where you stand. So since we haven't spoken since the off season, tell me where you're at.
Well, here's where I'm at. We finally get an offense, and then we bring in this jabroni, and now our effing defense sucks ass. You see what I did there?
I do. And that's the other thing, man.
Hey,
if you're going to be if you're going to be a bad coordinator, you can't have a name that is so easily manipulated to trash ass. Like anything you want, you can do with it. It's a bad, and it's, I'm not trying to be rude, man. Looking at him makes me mad.
I just want to punch him in his face. He's annoying. He's got that stupid look on his face.
It makes me mad because you can't be bad at your job and then look all like BVG-ish and confused and sweaty, and you're looking around for answers from the good Lord that aren't coming. I just can't stand it.
Oh, yeah.
I can't.
Hey, Ash, slam another iPad since you don't know what you're doing. Take it on the iPad. He should punch himself. But here, this is what I got to say about the defense. I do not believe, dude, we got the athletes and the talent. It's just the scheme and with the zone concept. It's like, dude, listen, we got all these recruits. What do we, when we with the cornerbacks, what do we bring them into? They all played man, okay? And now we want them to play zone, and you got to bring a pressure. I mean, hey, these corners, they're going to win some, they're going to lose some, but let them fucking man up. Sorry about my language. Let them man up and get a body on them so they're not running free, and let these guys, like, where is this in offseason, Ash? Oh, we're going to play violent. We're going to be physical. We're going to be aggressive. These guys are like Brian Kelly, playing scared, timid, and afraid. This is like back 10 years ago. I'm sick of it.
It's sincerely frustrating. And here's the other point I keep bringing up and I keep harping on. You didn't even need the defense to be elite to be undefeated at this point. You just needed it to be middle of the road. It just couldn't be below 100th. Like, that's really starting to bother me, because you didn't even need elite defense and you'd be undefeated, but with concerns now. You couldn't even get that. You're not even middle of the road. You just had to be average defense. Get a stop here or there, catch an interception thrown right to you here or there. And you're 3-0, but you're 3-0, but with concerns, not teetering on the verge of spiraling down the crapper after 1 month.
Oh, I know, it's sickening. But listen, yeah, and like for him, that you gotta bring pressure. You got, because look what they did here. This is where I believe Marcus Freeman almost lost his mind. But he's too much of a nice guy. That when we came out from that delay and we had to play that minute and what was it, 31 seconds, when they kicked the field goal and then we ran at the kickback, and then Purdue got the ball back and they took it down 75 yards with everyone. They didn't have to use any timeouts, and he scored a touchdown like that. And if you look at Freeman on the sideline, it looked like he was just ready to explode. And then after that, I think he just had enough, and he's like, "Yo, we're going." Because then they played better. Like I truly do believe that. And then they went back to bringing pressure. And like, I mean, I still love our young talent. I love how like Mark Zachary. I mean, he won some, you lose some, and just like with Dallas Golden, you just got to win your battles, but you got to tell them, like, you got to play aggressive. You're going to win. You're going to lose. Just don't hang your head and just go out with the swagger and just play hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I don't get. Like
Man,
this defense last year, that's how they were. They had the man. They played violent. Dude. They were flying down and tackling. You know what I mean? I want to see that more now.
Dude, it's a total flip, and you
you
lost your entire
the
program identity's gone. The program's identity was tough defense. It's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, bring in this one ham and egger.
So
but I think we're gonna this Arkansas game.
What happens here? What happens here, man? I expect high-powered offenses.
Their offense is riding high. The defense just got to make some stops, and I believe they're going to win. And I think it's going to be Irish by a couple. And then that's a trap right there. That 64.5. I take the under. I guarantee it. That's a trap. That's just a setup.
Yeah, you know what the biggest irony of all time would be for this to end up 21-24 when everybody figured it would be high scoring. It would be like right in play with this year, that right when everybody expects a shootout in the SEC on a road game, you end up with a 27-24 battle or something with a lot of weird stuff. I'm being honest. I have no idea what we're going to get. I have no feel for this program or this team right now. I have trust issues. Like, I don't know what we're going to get.
Yeah, but you know what I like about the offense finally? I love the way their car, just take the training wheels off a car. The kid got that it factor. He can make every throw. Ben Brock, give him the whole playbook and let him just have fun and rip it. But you know what I love seeing? That the little play, at first play, the little play action, that deep post. Finally, we see one of those. That Jaden Faison, he did a freaking out and go, out and up. And when the last time we saw that, or a stop and go? I mean, now we're like doing the wide receiver concept. I mean, I love that. When he did that, he was like a 10 and out, but he didn't do the out, and he went up right away and he hit him right on the money. I'm like, dude, this is clicking. We're hitting it like. Yeah, I'm not worried about the offense. We just got to get that defense together, and hopefully Freeman grows a set and be like, yo, this shit ain't working. We're gonna trash that. We're gonna go back to bring pressure and play man, and let our linebackers fly around. I love how that freshman got in, that Madden Ferrermo. I mean, let's get our athletes in it. I don't see why we're not seeing Jadon Blair. That dude's like 6'7". Let's give him a shot.
Yeah, it's man.
You know what I mean? Just play him. Dude. And everybody's picking on that Carson Hobbs, but that Carson Hobbs was he was bring the play man. And when he was had that good spring, he was playing man.
Yeah, man, this is tough. We're gonna see if we get anything different, but everybody's going in with major apprehension. So I don't know.
I got a good one before I go. Here's my prediction. The Irish are going down in the SEC territory with their heads held high and their middle finger even higher. Because you know what? The SEC just means less, and Notre Dame football means more. Notre Dame big, 49-10. We're going to roll some hogs.
Ooh.
Notre Dame's the best team in the little Laddie Buck, and go Irish. How about that?
Bacon for everybody. I appreciate the energy, man. I needed that energy today. Thank you. Get back in the call-in routine. Yep. Thanks, buddy.
I'll call you Monday morning, and then when we're 2-2, we're going to make our run be 10-2, and we're going to be the hottest team, and nobody's going to want to play us in the playoff.
Ooh.
How about that, Jack?
Give me a call back, buddy. How much time you got? A lot of energy from this dude. That was kind of an exhilarating ride. I like the juice for 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning. Chris H brings up Adam. I got you. 618-559-412 coming up. John, you said that's how you want your DC to look before Miami. Chris H, you have a good memory. I did mention good memory. This is fair. I did mention there was a stoicism that Ash had before the year. Like, he just it was just like a serious kind of look on his brow. And I don't mind that in my DC. I like my OC to have a little more personality, and you got to work with quarterbacks. I feel like there's more touch, more human touch involved with navigating the offense and your quarterback, getting them in the right mind frame and a symbiotic relationship with the quarterback and the OC and all that. Defensively, I think you could be a little more stern and whatever. And I liked that. But that is different than total befuddlement and confusing and sweating and looking around. That is different. That is different. It is a different look. This is a look of a guy that ain't got no answers. But you are fair. I did bring that up. You have a good memory. I got a long memory. That's a good memory, bro. Calling me out on my stuff. That's good. That's very, very good. Ooh, boy. Tough times in Notre Dame land. All right, let's get 559 on the line, and then Adam, you're coming up. What's going on, man?
What's up, John? Give me a quick second. Yeah, I just installed the camera.
What? Yeah. Whoa. You're calling me from outer space.
No, boss, I'm not here at work. You already know where I'm at, man. Multitasking as always. But quick question for you, John. How you feeling, my boy?
Stressed
How
out.
you really feel?
Very, very stressed out and unhappy because I don't have trust in my favorite team. That's how I'm feeling.
You know, when my grandma was alive, my grandma used to make us like this thing called chocomil or a hot canela, which is a cinnamon hot tea. I recommend that for you. And enjoy this weekend because they're about to get your eyes blown out. You're going to see a whole new defense. You're going to see a whole new attitude. You're going to see Marcus Freeman really got on Ash's ass this past weekend. I feel like our defense is going to show up. It's not going to be the same defense, but it's going to be a better defense than what we used to watching. And I really do believe that we're going to get on the serious run. Like I told you the other day, and people say that these losses have humbled me. Nah, my boy, I'm humble no matter what. I just like to feel confident about the team that I support from day one. And I feel that sometimes there's just more to life than just football, you know what I mean? So I'm not upset. I'm not, these losses haven't humbled me. I still ride with Notre Dame. I still believe we're going to make this run. And once, like I said, man, once we make this run, all you fans that are jumping off the shit because we have 2 losses, don't come back now, my boy, because I'm going to talk my shit later on.
Man. I hope you are in the position to be able to come back to this chat and say everybody who questioned the comeback is wrong. I pray you get that opportunity.
Oh, I do. Yeah, you don't want me to get that opportunity. I'm letting you know right now because I'm gonna go off. But right now, like I said, I'm at work sometimes, John, and I got a team to run, and I'm on the field, so I can't be how I normally am. But other than that, I'm calling you guys, letting you know, like, I love the community, I love this football team, and I love this institution. And I stand on business when I say believe in Marcus Freeman and believe that he's not stupid. He knows what he's got in front of him. We've got the talent. Yes, obviously, it's going to take time. But I saw something this past couple of days on our interview from one of Ash's former players. And sometimes it does take time. It isn't going to happen right away the way we want things to project. You know what I mean? And some of it looks ugly. And before things get really nice, they're going to get ugly. And I believe that's what the situation that we're in. I don't think we're going to have that elite defense that we had under Golden yet. But I do feel that we're going to see an improvement where we'll be happy. But right now, just enjoy what we have with Jeremiah Love and CJ Park, because I think this is going to be CJ Park breakout game. If you're looking at an elite quarterback and you haven't had that in a very long time, this is the moment to enjoy an elite quarterback with an elite running back. And sometimes we got to embrace what we do have and we're not focused on what we don't have. It would be nice to have both. Who doesn't want that? I think we're crazy for that. And mediocre of 30-something years until last year is what humbled me more than anything else, if you want to know the truth.
Yeah.
But I believe right now that Marcus Freeman is in the right trajectory with the right team, with the right defense. And let's just enjoy what we do have. And let's just, don't give me that opportunity to say that, to call you all out that who was wrong on it, because I will. I'll come back and I'll come back hard. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it.
Like I tell you, John, sometimes I call you at work. I can't be how I really want to be. That's why I love your Saturday night shows and I love your Saturday football shows. But, John, I'm going to get back with my team real quick. I got a lot to do. I just want to let you know, support Notre Dame through good and bad. And those who question you have every reason to question, because a lot of us invest so much time and so much passion to this team, and we saw what greatness looks. And sometimes when you get that taste, you want it all. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I also feel that we put Marcus Freeman in a situation where he doesn't want to share a lot no more. I think he's been burnt too much by the press. He took advantage of his kindness. He took his kindness for his weakness. And now you're seeing a coach that doesn't want to share too much, which I don't blame him. You know what I mean? Sometimes too much information is not good for us. You know what I mean? We're on a need-to-know basis. They know what they have. They see it on a daily basis. And you know what? Now start shopping down that aisle, my boy.
Yeah.
Run it. Shoot it. You know what I mean? As simple as that.
I hope so, man. Hey, thanks for giving me a call during work. I know it's hard. Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. And y'all stay up, man. And viva Notre Dame, compas. Vamos a darle en la madre a Arkansas. Vamos.
Have a good one, man. Listen, here's the deal. It's kind of frustrating when those two call and they're at work, and sometimes it's hard to hear. But, like, God bless the loyalty. Like, I can't be mad at it when they both call while they're working and it's a priority for them to touch base here. Like, you want to be frustrated, but these are not guys sitting on their couch that won't move to where they have a signal. These are working men. They're out there working. I'm just glad that they want to call. Just beep, beep, beep. Like, I love the dedication and the loyalty. I really do, man. Hey, David, you're coming up after Adam, and we haven't talked in a full year. Do not hang up. 415. What's going on, Adam?
Hey, Johnny, how we doing, boss?
I'm in a weird place, man. I don't have the excitement I want to have about tomorrow, and it hurts.
Yeah. You know, I've been trying to figure out why this has been so painful, and there's a lot of obvious reasons, but then I think there's some other layers that not everybody's thinking about, but we all know. And that has to do with the fact that the amount of importance that each game in a college football season has is just it's second to none. I mean, when you look at it, we've had teams in the NFL go 7-9, win their division, and host a home playoff game.
Yeah,
we've had, you know, in baseball, there's 162 games. I mean, it's just like there's so much that can happen in these other seasons that you just kind of go with the ebbs and flows. Sometimes you have a 10-game win streak. Sometimes you have a 10-game losing streak. It doesn't matter as much. With Notre Dame and with college football in general, and why the intensity is so high, has everything to do with the fact that every single game is like the equivalent of 15 or 20 games in Major League Baseball.
I would like to add this to that. When you are an independent, the games even mean more because you don't have any leeway in a conference to lose a couple games and win your way back. I would argue as an independent, that is even more of a factor. And that's what makes it hurt when you add the A&M game in hand and you blew it the way you did. Like, that was the real sticking point was you really needed that game. You had it and you let it go. And it's such a big hit. Such a big hit.
Yeah. I totally agree.
And then Adam, here's the other reason.
Yeah.
Here's the other biggest factor here. Why people are so upset is the part of the program that was your foundational rock, you cannot trust and rely on now. And that is causing an existential crisis. And I believe that.
Yes.
I believe that.
Yes. Because, John, honestly, none of us, as we've all talked about, and it's been stated numerous times over, none of us has ever thought that it was going to be to this point where we're relying on the offense to bail out the defense. Not a chance. There's absolutely not a chance. So now we are, and we're looking at something where the scenario, we were 0-2, we're now 1-2. We have a possibility of going 2-2 and righting the ship or whatever, but not in the manner that it came about. It's just beyond us. So I don't know. I honestly didn't think that for one instant that there was going to be one person that could singularly come in and have the effect in such a negative manner, the way that it felt that Marcus Freeman, when he came in, had such a positive manner. You know, it was such a turnaround. If you remember those days, he turned that entire locker room in that mojo, if you will, motivation, all the way through to where everybody bought in, and it was like, here we go. It's going to take a couple of years, but we'll get it going. But at the same time, the same could be true in the negative aspect. And so here we are with Ash coming in and absolutely destroying this defense. I mean, it's just, there's not a chance that we have so many defensive players that leave where it's going to affect it to this manner. You went from reloading to rebuilding, and it's just heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking, man.
Yeah, it really is. So what do you think about tomorrow, man? Do you have any like reserve any hope that maybe the defense really does look different and Freeman's at enough and it structurally looks different? Like, or are you just holding on for dear life, hoping the offense can outscore these guys somehow?
You know what? I'm protecting myself in this one because each time I've made a prediction, I'm sitting here going, what in the world am I missing? You know, and after Miami, I was like, we're going to take care of business. Everything's going to be good. Don't worry about it. Texas A&M, we got this. We come out, we're blocking punts, we're getting scores, everything's going well. And then it just, never mind. We're going to give up like 400 yards of passing or whatever it was. I can't get a feel, especially after giving up 30 to Purdue. This is just one of those kind of weeks where my prediction is just get in and win. I predict that we win. I don't know if it's going to be 10-7 or if it's going to be 56-52. I have no idea. But I will say that I just really hope for this fan base and for this, this crew that we can go ahead and just get this W, because at the end of the day, you go 1-3 and you look at the last, 5 games that we've been, or excuse me, 5 games that we played, and 4 of them have been losses. Whew, man, it feels like it's going to give us all a bunch of ulcers. So I really hope we just go in and handle business and win. And I know that's kind of like whatever, but that's kind of been my stance in the last couple of weeks has been whatever. I mean, wow, okay, 30 against Purdue. After last year, it was like we gave up 6 but scored 70.
Yeah. Yeah, it's man, it is really it's really frustrating. So I don't know what you're gonna see. I don't know what you're gonna get. Let me ask you this. Will this game not be at 9 a.m. your time in California? Isn't this gonna be a breakfast for you? Like, what's the deal?
Oh, it's fantastic. Absolutely. It's before all the soccer games. So like the way they have things set up this weekend, ironically, all the games have been at about like 9 and then 11 a.m. or something like that. And so for the kids, it's been working out well that the games have been at night, and now it's been flipped where we have like I think we have a night game tonight and then a afternoon one tomorrow or something. So it works out beautiful. And you know what? It's also when you have this amount of anxiety about, your team and everything about it and all the different, just the amount of passion that we put into this and just pour our hearts into this program. I want to get it over with. I don't want to. I'm so glad this is not a 5 p.m. game for me or whatever it is, and that these kids aren't playing underneath the lights and all the Arkansas kids are going to be sauced out of their minds. Like, let's just get in there. Let's figure this out. Let's get it over with and just play football. Line up and let's get after it, because the earlier the start, I think the better, especially with everything that we've been dealing with.
Yeah, it's going to be, I don't know, wait and see. So pour some liquor into your morning coffee and see what you're going to get, man. Hey, thanks for touching base as always. And hopefully you can start off the morning in a good way.
Absolutely, Johnny boy. I'll talk to you tomorrow, buddy.
Yep. I'll be here after the game. Now, all right. Now here's the next thing. What the hell's going on with the audio? The guy sounded crystal clear to me. Nothing works around here. The defense doesn't work. The internet doesn't work. People's phone lines don't work. I'm getting sick of it. What do you mean you can't hear the guy? Everything sounded fine to me. The guy sounded crystal clear. Every single word he said sounded fine to me, and everybody's here saying the internet doesn't work. I had no issues. No issues. And a bunch of people watching just dropped off, like 50 people they can't hear. What the hell's going on? Life's already hard enough when you have a defense that can't stop anybody. Now I got nobody can hear the call-in line too. Exit out, come back, and it works. Why doesn't it just work regular? Yeah, we are not. Marshall says John is back. Are you finding a trend, you guys? Notre Dame starts losing, and the old John came back. So for everybody that joined the show because I yell and scream, welcome back. I had no issues. Every single word that guy said was crystal clear. I heard everything. There was no choppiness. Main man and 559 on the line sounded like they were shot into outer space or underground in an oil well. That guy sounded fine. I think I'm losing it, man. I'm cracking up over here, dude. Let's see. 412. I'm going to try and talk to you. What's going on?
What's up, Johnny? Can you hear me?
You sound crystal clear to me, but half the people probably say that you sound like you're in another land, another galaxy. Everything's working against us. I'm in a bad mood. I'm in a bad damn mood.
Well, I understand why, bud. I mean, it's been a rough season so far. I haven't called in about a year. I think almost to the day. I called right before the Louisville game because everyone was crying, pissed off, not happy that Notre Dame we were not meshing. And that's how it's going again this year. But we got a big test on the road down in SEC country. And both teams aren't great. But this is when the Irish figure it all out. We go on a run, go to their house while everyone's still sleeping, hungover down there. The Irish are coming through with a W.
Yeah, it is. Man, is that what you want to happen or what you think is going to happen? Do you get what I'm asking? Like, those are two different things.
It's
like,
not my,
you know what I mean?
Emotional.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm
It's
asking.
not just I want them to win. It's I think they are going to
Okay.
win.
And that's exactly the clarification I'm asking. So what does that roadmap look like? Are you figuring this is the week they tighten it up defensively a little bit somehow, some way? Or is it all on the offense and they're going to just score every time? Like what is that roadmap to your positivity?
I just think Arkansas is going to make mistakes. This quarterback's great. They light it up on offense, but they turn the ball over. And as long as CJ can still keep, he's been pretty good with, not turning up the ball over since the screen passes. The boys are buzzing on the sidelines. Did you see the running backs? They had 6 touchdowns last week. This is when they go in, they dominate. Granted, Arkansas is a lot bigger on the line. That also means those bigger guys get tired quicker. And then I think it's going to snowball. It's going to be an early Irish get the ball first, run the clock, 10-play drive, take the wind out of that stadium, make a stop on defense, and these Arkansas fans will leave by halftime. I think the boys can go and do it. And then you got 3 at home. You can go back home for a month, beat Boise, beat NC State, beat USC, and we're on top of the world. It can change in this week.
Man, I hope you're right. I really do hope you're right. I think that
it's all right. All right to believe, Johnny.
Yeah, but I need a reason to believe. Like, I can't just believe because I want to believe. Like, I need
the
a
second half
reason.
of last week was a good way to start believing.
Okay, there you go. All right. Yeah, I'll. What if I said? What if I said to you, Purdue has no talent, they're terrible. That should be a bad bar to compare Notre Dame's defense again. What if I say that?
Listen, Purdue's not as bad as last year, obviously. I mean, they had like 62 transfers come in.
Yeah, they did. That's true.
You can change a whole program over the offseason. Look at what Indiana did the last 2 seasons. It's a whole new team. So, I mean, Purdue they're not great, but they're better than what everybody's saying. I think.
But it's just, that would be my pushback, would be the bar of which I compare if Notre Dame's defense is good enough cannot be Purdue. It just can't be Purdue. Like that alone tells me how far we've fallen, that the bar of competency is 1 quarter against Purdue. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not trying to be overly negative, man. It's just, I don't have a lot of optimism about the defense tomorrow. I want to be proved wrong. I want to do the post-game show and go, damn, it looks like Notre Dame really cleaned some things up. I hope to God that's my report.
And they got to do it early. We can't do this whole first half and then play good in the second half. We got to come out strong. And that's what they haven't proven to me yet. So if they can do that, the game's ours. I don't think it'll be close, really, because those turnovers will start stacking. Quarterback's going to be forced to make, throw it into tight windows. And I don't think they can do that.
But
until the defense can prove to me they can come out hot from the start, I think this is the test here. I think they're done. I think the season's done if they can't do it here. And you're going to end up losing to Arkansas, who's going to lose their next 6 games.
Dude, they really are. They really are. If you look at what they have coming, it really is. If you look at what they have coming after Notre Dame, it is a brutal run of like talent. Like they're in big trouble. But you need to start the trouble, man. Well, actually, Memphis started it. Ole Miss started it, and then Memphis doubled down on it. You need to really amplify the troubles.
End it.
So it's just you need. I don't know what you're going to get, man. And the vibes are off and there's no juice. Like the Notre Dame fan base isn't talking crap. Everybody's on the edge of their seat, waiting for something bad to happen. This is not where you want to be entering the 4th game for Notre Dame. This is tough, man. It's tough times.
It's tough. Did you see Jeremiah Love on the Heisman podcast?
No.
Well, they asked, how's the locker room after, these 2 tough losses? He said, we're doing great. We got a good win against Purdue. We're fired up. They're ready to go show some people why they were so hyped up at the beginning of the year.
Yeah,
and
that's fine. I believe him. That's what I'd expect him to say. And
it starts on the ground.
Forgive me, man. Hey, you gotta forgive me.
Malachi.
Forgive me. I am not in the mood for any extra Notre Dame media. I'm not in the mood for the echoes or whatever the show is where we don't play we don't play defense, but Freeman's up there being interviewed and everybody's like, I'm just not in that place, man. And I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm not there. When you're not playing good football, I don't want to see all the extra fluff. Play good defense.
You're good. Yeah, I'm with you.
I'm out of patience with this.
Saturday, Johnny.
I'm out of patience with this. You got to play better tomorrow. You got to put it together and salvage the hope for this season. And then, like you said, you could come back home maybe and get on a little winning streak here. Remember what that feels like? A little winning streak?
I'm ready. I'm counting down the hours. We'll see what they do. Noon tomorrow. Go Irish.
Go Irish, man. Thank you for the call. It's been a year. I didn't mean to yell at him. And here's the other thing, man. Here's the other thing I want to say. I am not trying to be a jerk, and I know it comes off that way, but I really do mean it. When you have a total firestorm on one side of the football, I am not in the mood to watch a YouTube video of Fluff, of Freeman on that show, and they're all just bullshitting. I'm not in the mood, okay? I'm not in the mood. So call me not a good fan, call me a fair weather fan, whatever. When you have these kind of problems, I am not in the mood for a bunch of fluff media, bro. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. So whatever. It is what it is. 417 has no call history. Let's see what this is. What's up?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Sweet. How you doing, John?
I mean, I'm okay. I'm just very, very frustrated with where the Irish are at. I'm doing okay. Like, life is good. I'm glad to be here. I'm just very frustrated.
Well, this is my first time being on your show, man. And so far, I like the show. I like your passion, man.
Hey, thank you, dude. That's what gets me through, man. And it's just kind of it's kind of building up right now. I'm really, really frustrated with this Irish defense. And I think it's taking away from all the good things they're doing on offense. And what that offense is turning into is really exciting, but you just can't really enjoy that in one room when the next room in your house is on fire. And so I'm very frustrated.
Well, I'm from Springfield, Missouri. I am going to the football game this weekend wearing my blue and gold. And we're going to go in there. We're going to win, John. I'm going to tell you straight to your face. We're going to win, buddy. The defense is going to show up and show out. I just have a good feeling about this.
Oh, man. Okay, so you got Notre Dame making a defensive comeback. I expect two really good offenses and two defenses that, like, whoever may be able to get 2 or 3 stops might be able to win this game off that. Like, who could steal a couple extra possessions? Like, I don't know what we're going to get. And the word is Leonard Moore probably out for the game. So it's going to be tough on defense again.
Well, I just have a feeling our front four, they're going to get in the backfield a lot better this time around. I think they know what's going. I mean, they're listening to people. They're listening to us. I think they're going to play for us, buddy. They're going to show up. They're going to get in the backfield. Our secondary, no matter it's next man up, they're going to find ways. They're going to click. I just have this good feeling. You know why? Because I'm going to be there. That's why.
Hey, you know what? I know a lot of Notre Dame people from all different states that are going, and they made their plans in August before the season, expecting a really unique road trip into the SEC on a day game and an unfamiliar opponent in Notre Dame history. It's going to be a really cool environment. I just wish we all had a little more excitement and confidence going to it, but it should be a really cool scene.
Yeah. Man, I know, I watched the first 2 games. I was at a sports bar, and, just like, it was frustrating. I'm sitting next to a Miami fan the first game. He's trying to be, like, all cordial and stuff. I really wanted to throat punch him. But at the same time, just like, you just come down. It just comes down to big plays. We just couldn't make the big plays. And yes, our defense kind of was lacking in that area. And it's different. It is a different taste. But our offense is better. They're going to put up points. And I just feel like our defense this time around, I think Freeman's kind of like, like you said, we've seen the frustration in the interviews. I think he's finally had a sit down with Ash, like, here, this needs to happen right now.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to happen this weekend.
Man, I like that positivity. And the Notre Dame offense is on a little bit of a roll. They're gaining confidence each game. I do think if Memphis can run it for 290 plus on these guys, I'd like to think Notre Dame could have a good day on the ground, maybe eat up some time, move the pile, control the clock a little bit. Maybe that helps keep the score down, which would help Notre Dame. And then have Carr pick his spots, because I think there's going to be chances to throw it as well. And they're a bad tackling, bad angle team that you could take advantage of. That's my roadmap.
Yeah, it's just, well, on the defensive side, for me, like I said, if I do all the damn answers, I'll be on the sideline with Freeman. But, I'm just looking like tackling. Tackling's been piss poor. I'm like, why are we, I've seen so many tackles, you got him in the backfield for a 3-yard loss, so he ended up turning into a 2-yard gain. So we see the tackle wrap up better. And it just, just basically just get on the same page. And I have a feeling they're going to get on the same page. They're going to be in the right spots. Cross the rest coming across the middle. You're going to see one of our safeties come in and blow it up like we used to. We're going to see more blitzes getting in the backfield, making the quarterback have to throw crappy passes, and we'll either intercept it or they'll go 3 and out. I'm just confident this weekend, man.
I like that.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to watch it.
I like that. We need a little confidence here, and anybody that has that in them, I'm all for it, man. And so that's the right attitude, especially if you're making the time and the effort and the money to go. That's the right way to do it. You can't do all that with a bad attitude, So I like it, man. I like your angle. I hope things click. I hope you feel like, hey, this defense has found a little something different that they could latch onto and double down on. I want that, but I got to see it before I believe it. I will not believe it at all till I see it happen. That's where I'm at, and it isn't a choice. It's the position the team's put me in.
Yep. And the reason why I'm the way I am is I coach in a very small town in Missouri. It's called Verona, Missouri. We're so small, we don't even have football, John. We have fall baseball, and our baseball team has not won a baseball game in 2 years, and we finally broke that streak last Friday.
Well, there you go.
So,
good. Yeah, you got to get off the schneid,
Yeah. So I'm like this, there's worse things, and just to see our boys finally win the first baseball game in 2 years, it was pretty special. So I think
You know, if our boys can finally overcome 2 years of agony with baseball, I figure Notre Dame can figure this out.
There you go.
And I'm confident they will.
I like it, man.
So.
Hey, really, really appreciate the first time call. Give me a call again, put me in the rotation, and have safe travels to Arkansas and root on the boys, man.
God, I'm going to be around so many rednecks. It's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a cool environment. It's going to be a fun environment. And so hopefully we get a win, and call me again. Good call, man.
All right. Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Appreciate it.
Go Irish.
Go Irish. Hey, with that accent, he's going to fit in, man. I like. What kind of accent do they have in Arkansas? I've never been there. I don't know. What do you, I mean, what's the deal? Oh, Chicago's very own Tom Frawley. What's happening, buddy?
Hey, good morning. First of all, accolades time. Let's get off the negative a little bit. The job that you have done putting together those shows on the Patreon wall, John, are fantastic. To have the knowledge of Tim Hyde, Goolsby, Jared Clark, and then recruiting with Jack Sullivan, John, that's a testament to you and your stick-to-itiveness to keep after it and keep putting out a product. And I find out yesterday that Goolsby's been in contact with Rocket Ishmael and trying to get somebody like that. I mean, that adds gravitas to the show, John. God bless you for it, brother.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, Tom. It's a blessing to have all these people that want to join, that have credibility, that want to be a part of this. And then also, Tom, I know the parts of this that I'm not great at, and I needed to bring people into my network that could pick up the X's and O's parts, want to dig into the recruiting 8 layers deep. Like I needed that, and it's just great to have the team we have. Thanks for the kind words.
Well, you know what? Henry Ford did not know how the combustion engine worked, and look what Henry Ford did. So you have to have the management style to find out, you know, where your strengths are, where your weaknesses are, and to get those guys on. But the knowledge that they impart on us, it makes us smarter football fans, right? And which leads me into the negative, which is how can you've got Jared Clark doing the All-22 with Goolsby and Tim Hyde. God bless them. How can Marcus Freeman, Al Washington, Ash, and Mickens not see what these guys see? It's so apparent. There's little adjustments on the defense, especially on the defensive ends. I mean, why are you playing on the inside shade of the shoulder of the tackle or the tight end? Why are you playing on the inside shoulder in the gap? You guys got contained. You got to let an athlete like Traore and Bryce Young come off the bloody edge. Now, sometimes you can move them on the inside shade of the shoulder of the tight end or the tackle, depending on who's playing weak side or strong side, right? Well, then guess what? That's when you sneak a corner blitz in. Instead of their blitz package, oh, yeah, Bowen and whoever else is playing linebacker, A-gap, you know, and they telegraph the goddamn thing every time. Well, an 8th grade grammar school coach in the CYO in Chicago can figure that stuff out. How are you gonna pass it against, you know, D1 college coaches? They can see that from a mile away. So it's like, it's incredulous to me how that coaching staff, I'll tell you what, it seems to me they're not communicating, John. So where's the cancer? The cancer is with Ash. What do you do? So if I'm Marcus Freeman, I'm going to put my best athletes on it. We're going to make small adjustments here. You know, they could play a 4-3 straight up, put some man, and then put about 10 blitz packages in there. You know what that is? That's a high school defense. They could do that with the blitz packages and be automatically better than they are in the first 3 games. I mean, I talked to not only what I learned from Tim Hyde and Jared Clark and Goolsby, but I talked to 2 other real good coaches locally about it. They said the same thing. So now there's 5 former players and coaches that all see the same thing. How the Christ Does Marcus Freeman not see this?
See,
I mean,
Tom,
what are you doing?
I think the issue I run into is when you're a fan and you're not in this world, you're like, it's easy for a fan to be like, throw everything you're doing in the garbage and then come out and do something totally different next week. And I know that that's not realistic, but at the same time, there's got to be some basic adjustments that can happen to put this in a better place. There's got to be like not totally changing everything you've been working on for 6 months, but there has got to be some structural changes that could happen to put them at a baseline in a better place to make some good plays. Am I wrong? Come on.
Well, yeah, and the other thing is talent evaluation. So you look at the whole team. You got a shiny red Ferrari as an offense, and you got a broken down shitbox Chevy as a defense. So where is the disconnect here? Where's this so-called talent on the defense? You know what, John? I am never going to listen to the hype of the legacy Notre Dame media in the preseason again. I will never listen to those buggers. The only people I'm going to listen to are the likes of Goolsby, Hyde, Jared Clark. Let them figure out some stuff. I hope you get a better preseason show when these guys can figure some stuff out based on information that they can gather, because that stuff that's coming out of the legacy ND media is garbage.
It's really tough,
I mean, the crap that they...
It's tough.
Oh, my God. And look,
but is
I know
it, okay, Tom, is it all on them? Because they've been saying that the access has been extremely limited to what they view. And when you don't have the access, you are relying upon your sources in the building that then share with you where they think things are at without you getting your eyes on it every day. So I do say that they were in a tough spot because the access was the least it's ever been to a Notre Dame preseason. So they didn't even have their eyes on a lot of this. Then you're relying on your source that tells you behind the scene. But man, it was like, look at this defense, the most athletic Notre Dame defense we've seen. They're running all over. There's nowhere to throw. Yikes.
Yeah, I just, because from what I've seen so far out of CJ Carr and the limited time that we saw Kenny Minchie, how could they have? There's no way they played that poorly in the preseason practices. There's just not. I mean, so thank God we've got a Ferrari offense. I'll tell you that. I mean, our two running backs can play on Sunday in the NFL. So they could play this Sunday. I've never seen a better backfield at Notre Dame in my life, and I'm talking about the quarterback and the two running backs. They are the best. I've never seen that kind of talent, and now we start to see the center to the left side of the line. When they get downhill, they can really block. The right side of the line, still a little iffy. Now, I called this out, and so did Jared Clark. Jeremiah Love is trying to win the Heisman Trophy on every carry. If they put him back just a half a yard deeper in the backfield, because he's getting to the holes too quickly, he's not giving it time for that little daylight to open up, because if he gets that 16 inches of daylight, he's gone. They showed that in the film. They showed it in the Miami game, the Texas A&M game. I mean, the explosiveness of Jeremiah Love is almost to his detriment right now, where you see the patience of Jordanian Price. I mean, you want to talk about a 1-2 punch, Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside. Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama, Georgia, they would kill to have those running backs. So God bless. Thank God we got them. I hope they run for 450 yards against Arkansas, because they couldn't stop my 8th grade team. They're bad. It's just going to come down. Can Notre Dame's defense put some pressure? Now here, we know that Taylon Green, he likes to cut the corner a little bit.
Yeah.
He hesitates in the backfield, and he's patient, and then he'll go right off the tight end's ass, or he'll go, the weak side. He'll go off the weak side tackle's ass. Well, guess what? I would have Snead, Ausberry, and KVA just shadowing his ass all day. And then blitz him off the edge. That's the adjustment. If they could figure that out, Notre Dame wins this ball game. They'll force a couple of turnovers from that guy because he'll want to take the game over.
Yeah, it's Tom, it's a big one, man. You feel like this is the last chance to be able to kind of find some footing and maybe save all this. It really does. You just can't have, if you lose 3 of your first 4, you're cooked, bro. Like, this is it. They better show up.
Well, you know, I mean, before kickoff of the Purdue game, they were already in playoff mode. Okay, we're on 2. We're in playoff mode. It's one game. It's not this. We can't even look past the next halftime. It's one play at a time, one series at a time. You know what I mean? One possession at a time. That's how they have to incrementally look at it, you know, and then wherever the big plays are made, you got to capitalize. So, you know, even if the defense goes to mediocre tomorrow, you know, that's the incremental bump that I'm looking for. If you can go from
the boost we're looking for is from absolute worst to mediocre.
Yeah, I mean, here, ostensibly, if you had a mediocre defense in the first 2 ball games,
3-0.
You win.
Yeah, you're 3-0. Didn't even have to be elite. It just had to be average. You're right.
No.
Yeah, you're right.
No. So that incremental change on the defense needs to start at kickoff tomorrow. Whoever gets, if Arkansas gets the first possession or whatever, it's got to start on play 1. You cannot let that sumbitch just have time, because he can throw the ball 100 yards, you know, and he can run like a gazelle. So you're going to have to shadow him. And here, have you seen the speed of, what is it, Madden Fariamo? How do you pronounce his last name?
Yeah, Fariamo.
I mean, that kid, but to have the talent and the tall safeties playing him back, Adon Schuler's going to have to play a tremendous game tomorrow because he's the captain back there. He's got to make sure they keep them in line, you know, especially when Arkansas breaks out. They like to go doubles, which is two receivers to the field side, 2 receivers to the boundary side. So they love that doubles formation with a 1-back offense and him coming out of the shotgun. They're going to have to make those adjustments, and they're going to have to play man defense tomorrow. Fuck that zone. Pardon my language.
How do you really feel? So, Tom, I don't know.
Well,
we're going to see, buddy. We're going to see what we're going to get. And it's a big one to try and save the year. I do like the 11 a.m. start for us. We'll be able to get our day going and see right away. We're going to see right away whether we're going to be miserable or happy or be in the mood to watch the rest of those good games later in the day or not. We're going to find out early, baby.
Yeah, well, I'm going to a party with my neighborhood Notre Dame animals. It's eggs and kegs tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
Nice. I like it, Tom.
Pregame. Yes.
Dude, you're Tom, I picture you and your buddies at it's like a college party. Kegs and eggs starting the day. I like it.
Oh yeah. And we're all 55 to 62 years old, and we're partying like rock stars.
Good for you, Tom. Hey, at least enjoy the good company, bro. All right. I'll talk to you, Tom. God bless you. I love your energy, bro. Thank you.
I'll see you in church after the collection. Go Irish.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, I love that guy, man. He's a special man. Chris H. It's Natty run this year or bust. Well, then it's a bust. Like, I don't understand. It's a bust. This team isn't championship level. Are you out of your mind? Even if they win 10 in a row, they're not championship level. No, it's a bust. Like, so Natty run or bust. It's a bust. You ain't making no Natty run this year. Are you out of here? Even if they win 10 in a row, it's not a national. You don't have, no. Man, it hurts. It just hurts. 618, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, John, man?
Wait. I got a question for you, okay? Did you change phone numbers?
Well, this is my other phone, man, because my iPhone it died on me, man.
Got you.
Because
I knew it. Because you had like 300 calls on that 618 number, and I always knew it was you because of the heavy call load. And now you only have like 2 or 3. Okay, so I'm not crazy. It's my man on a Walter White burner phone. Got it.
Yeah, man. Hey, John, man, man, I'm hoping, man. You know, I'm usually confident about Notre Dame, man, but man, this defense, man, it scares me, man.
Now this scares me because you are usually Mr. Positive, finding a way for Notre Dame to win. What though the odds be great or small? When you start getting nervous, I get double nervous.
Yeah, man. It's like, man, like they can't stop a cold, man. I mean, you know, man, Christian Gray, bless his heart, man. He's a St. Louis native, man. But, man, I don't know if you have to just say, forget about it, man. Let's go ahead and take him out the lineup. Because
you're running out of bodies.
You're
running out of bodies, man. The depth back there is going to be an issue, too, especially with Moore out hurt. Like, you need it's just a bad situation.
I mean, right now, I'm almost willing to say, man, let's play Carson Hobbs and the freshman, man. And see what they got. See, can they stop some, man? Because for every great play that Christian Gray make, it's 5 bonehead plays that he give up.
But couldn't you say the same about Hobbs? Nobody liked the way Hobbs played, and he got exposed, and then he didn't play the next day. Like, that's the problem is you got problem on problem on problem.
Man, hopefully, man, Freeman has some balls, man. He got to grow some balls, man. You got to say, man, bump this, man. Dude, you go in the press box, I'll call the plays from downstairs, man. You're not getting it done, bro. This is reason. I don't even know what this dude for any other defensive coordinator job.
Hey, Goolsby keeps bringing that up to me. He goes, John, if you could play, you play. If you could coach, you coach. And if you can't do either, you're an analyst, right? Like if you were that good at it, you wouldn't be an analyst. You'd be a coach. And he was an analyst. And you went and hired him to take over the #1 defense in America.
Man, maybe the AD needs to step in and say, hey, man, this dude ain't getting it done. You need to let him go. We can let you go, man. Well, I didn't hire you, man. You're not my guy.
Dude, this is tough. So what do you think's going to happen tomorrow, man? Both defenses are really bad. Both offenses pretty good. What do you think's going to happen?
Man, if Memphis can run for 290 yards, Notre Dame can run for 690 yards.
Yeah, I know, dude. And it's like, man, maybe you just need to run the ball, try and eat up a half a quarter. Oh, he wasn't even an analyst. He was a scout. That's even lower than an analyst. Son of a buck. What are we doing here, bro? What are we doing? I mean, I got both defenses are bad. Both offenses are good. Who can get a couple stops, man? Can you cause a couple turnovers and maybe gain a couple possessions here? Help me out.
Man, I want to say Notre Dame wins this game going away, but man, it's in Arkansas. All the little hog sueys, they're gonna be drunk as hell. They probably throw a couple beer bottles in.
Even though it's a noon game, it's not even like it's a night game. Somebody said the other day, when you're drunk from the night before, you got a head start on game day, right? You just stay drunk the whole night into the morning.
And John is down south. They don't sell liquor on Sunday, so they're gonna be drinking all day Saturday.
Yeah.
From sun up to sundown.
Oh man. And all that pig suey stuff and whatever, man. I don't know. I just hope you can win. You can play good defense for once. Can you just play a little better?
Man, let's give it to Love, man. Let's let Love go for 250 yards against them, man. I mean, like I say, man, if Memphis can run for 290, Notre Dame 2 backs can run for all the backs that Notre Dame got can run for 690.
I hope so, man. You got to do something here. So I don't know what we're going to get. I just hope it looks a little different defensively. You got to build from the bottom and try and gain some confidence. You got to win last week. Maybe you could feed off that. But it is a bad matchup it's a bad matchup for Notre Dame. This quarterback could be the real deal. So whatever.
Yeah, man, because our DBs are, man, oh my God. The DBs are playing terrible, man. I mean, we can't stop the pass and they can't stop the run. So one of them got to give.
Yeah, it's man, it's tough. This is just dude, I'm struggling. I admit it is finally getting to me. And I'm not excited. I have anxiety. Like there's a difference between you being excited for your team to get to kick off versus saying, I'm scared of what I'm going to see. And I'm scared of what I'm going to see. And that is not where this should be.
I tell you what, they get out of September 2-2, man. I think they go undefeated in October, and then they finish up strong with the light schedule in November. But man, I tell you what, if they lose tomorrow, man, I think the wheels gonna come. The wheels gonna come off, man.
Bro, I gotta tell you, I have serious questions of whether you're going to be able to play good defense against USC. I know we're not there yet, and I know we have a few games left. I have real questions about how many times you're going to not let USC score.
Man, I think Freeman wants that game, man. There's no way Ash is coaching that defense against USC. You want that game, man.
You're figuring we still got 3 to 4 weeks for that guy to be hitting the bricks. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. You got to think. There's no way that he going to allow him to mess that game up, man. You know, all the trash that the whatever the heck he was, man, the guy that left for USC, man, all the trash he been talking, man, I don't know, man. I think USC lose tomorrow. I think Illinois get them.
You know what? I've had a few people, think, text me that they think that might be coming. And what's interesting about that is Illinois just got their heads caved in, bro. Signetti laid a fat one on him, bro. Yeah. Signetti laid the hammer down, and he did not let up. So we got to see how the Illini bounce back.
Yeah, I think they get that game, man. I think they beat SC, man,
and that's an early start for them because they'll be from California, and then it'll be like an 11 a.m. start in Champaign. That's 9 a.m. breakfast ball for SC.
Yeah, man. They still gonna be at the hotel eating breakfast, man.
So, hey, man, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be here after the game either way. Give me a call after if you want. I'll be here. You know that.
You know I'll call in, man.
I appreciate you. Hey, enjoy your Friday, man.
All right, man.
Take it easy. Dude, is somebody trying to trigger me right here? Where is this? Somebody's trying to trigger me. They said I just jumped on. I was like 30 minutes behind. What happened with the audio, or is it just me? All right, we're going to end the show. This is not going well. I'm in a bad mood. I'm all worked up. I've been doing a good job of keeping the frustration of all this inside, and it's starting to volcano. Okay, it's starting to creep up. I've been doing a good job of holding it in with everything going on, and it's just starting to get to me. So we're just going to end the show. This year's Indiana team would beat this year's. Yeah, no kidding, Ted. No kidding. Like, duh. All right, I'm getting out of here. I'm going to the gym to work out some energy, although it's kind of pointless. I go to the gym, I take all the protein, and I lose all the weight anyway. So I'm going to go to the gym and lift an empty bar, I guess, because it doesn't matter. I'm losing. This team's bad for my health. Mental and physical. I love you guys. I love this show. I love the calls. I love the chats. I love all of it. And I just hope Notre Dame can win this game. I love you guys. Take care. Thanks for being here. You guys are great.